Hello, ducks. Today for 3 to 4 minutes with the duck, we have a special treat. Don't normally work on my days off, but this guy gave me good reason to. Today we have Captain Gonzalez. Sir, why don't you introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Captain G. I go by Gonzo for my bosses, and Captain G to everybody else. But I'm the former golf flight commander with Master Sergeant White, aka Blanco, and Master Arm Bells, and much love to all the Grizzlies. So
Awesome. Thanks, sir. I appreciate you taking your time. I know that you'd probably rather be sleeping, but one, I missed you, so I like
I
getting
miss you
a
too.
chance.
I miss all of you.
I liked getting a chance to talk to you, and now I'm going to ask you some goofy questions before I let you go. So,
Cool, cool.
first, if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Pizza.
Pizza?
Yeah, pizza or PB&J.
Oh, neither of those things would I pick. Uh,
What would you pick?
Steak.
Mm-mm. Nah, pizza, man. I tell you, so when I went to college, I ate this at the same pizza place because I only went to school Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I ate at the same pizza place every Tuesdays and Thursdays for 4 years.
Did you
Never
get this?
changed.
Did you get the same kind of pizza?
I would change it up once in a while, but mostly I always got the same pizza. So
See, and that wouldn't be a challenge for me. I don't particularly like pizza, but I have no problem eating the same thing every day.
yeah,
Like I
yeah,
don't
me
need
neither.
variety. If it's good, I'll just keep eating it. Because I did
Yeah,
the
for
same
sure.
thing in Korea for a year. Because it was just me, I would eat the same thing every single day until I ran out of it and then switch it up.
Yeah, here I eat a lot of PB&Js. When the food's not that good.
Yeah.
So that's the clutch right there. Um it's the clutch go-to meal. When there's not good food, PB&J never fails ever.
Unless you're a weirdo like me that doesn't like peanut butter.
Oh, I forgot you were like that.
I know.
So
What is something that people are obsessed with, but you just don't get the point of?
uh, ooh, I don't know if my Emma will like this, but maybe video games.
I'm with you.
So
I don't play video
yeah.
games. Did you as a kid?
Um now growing up they gave me a ball and a gallon of water, and they told me go outside, don't knock on the door until it's 5 p.m. for lunch and dinner. And I was like, okay. So that's kind of how I grew up.
That's how I grew up too. And I think that's why I've never been a big video game person, is because they weren't available to me when I was a kid. And then when I was an adult, it just
Yeah,
it wasn't something that like interested me at all.
yeah.
But
I,
so
I I have I have video games, but I only play 3 games, and they're all sports. So
which one's Madden?
Madden, FIFA, and basketball 2K.
I
That's
like
it.
playing real sports, but
Yeah, me too.
I'm just not very good. I've tried. Like I remember when Halo first came out and it was a real big deal. A
Never played
younger
it.
I was a younger airman and my friends all wanted me to play, and I always ended up my character, avatar, or whatever would just be pointing the weapon straight up at the air and spinning, because my hand-eye coordination for video games I still haven't figured
Yeah.
out. And then I was like, I'm done. Like I never had the patience to get good at them, so I just never played it again.
No. Yeah, for sure. So
I'm with
now
you.
if there's a sports games on, like that will always take precedence.
There you
So
go.
yeah, which I
What's
miss, by the way. But
We all miss sports. We're missing
hmm
it too.
yeah,
I think I was watching college swimming the other day. Like that's what my life has become.
yeah, yeah. So
What is the worst advice that you've ever given? Not been given.
ooh,
What's the worst advice you've given?
worst advice I've ever given. Wow, that's let me. I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
You're a fountain of wisdom, and all your advice has been spot on, right?
absolutely not. I don't know. I'm trying to think like of like a different like of like times in my life. Um, Probably to my sister, to my little sister. One time when she was emotional, just I kind of told her to suck it up. Um, and probably wasn't the right moment to say that. So I probably should have been, a little bit more understanding. So probably with my little sister, yeah.
Yeah, I think I've been guilty of that too. With my big sister, saying suck it up when it was probably more appropriate just to listen or,
Yeah,
provide some empathy. I think we do that a lot, especially with our close our closest people to us because we're, you know,
yeah.
eh,
I'm pretty sure I've given.
sometimes we're
I'm pretty sure. Go
I was
ahead.
just gonna say sometimes we're better to people that aren't super close to us than the people that are closest to us.
Yeah, sometimes that's true. I'm pretty sure I've given more bad advice, right? Like I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, hey, I
I've
give
got a
solid advice.
I've got a list. If you want me
Yeah,
to pull it out. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah. I just
All
I
the
don't know. That's
times Gonzo gave bad advice. No, I don't have a
yeah.
list. I'm just kidding. I think
I
you're
just
good.
asked Blanco. Blanco might be able to tell you.
Yeah,
So
we'll do another interview with him and I'll ask him, give me all the times that Captain G gave bad advice. Uh,
yeah,
it comes from a good place though. I don't think you've ever been like malintended in your advice giving. We all make
yeah,
mistakes.
absolutely.
Um, if you could uninvent one thing, what would it be?
Play, video games.
Yeah. That was easy. That was that
Yeah,
that was too easy. Let me find another
yeah.
question for you.
Go
If
ahead.
you if you were if you were in a circus, what character would you be?
The clown.
Yeah, that's not surprising at all. You're a goofball. So
I am
like
a goofball. Yeah,
it's probably
yeah,
one of my favorite things is I don't think I've ever, even when it's a bad topic, I don't think I've ever gotten off the phone with you or ended a conversation with you without laughing at some point. Even if it's
yeah.
at you, which makes you a good clown.
Yeah, life's too short, you just gotta have fun. So, yeah, when I was a second lieutenant, they always told me, hey, sir, you smile too much, and that's a problem. So, and even in basic training, the drill sergeants would hate it because I walk around smiling with the face on my, with the smile on my face, and they're like, sir, you cannot be smiling in basic training. So I was like, oh shit, I was like, I'm sorry, my bad.
I think that when I'm either not smiling enough or I'm smiling way too much. I get like one or the other. And I always tell people like, well, if I walk around smiling all the time, people will assume that I'm crazy. Uh, so,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's I think a safe assumption for you. But you're the good
yeah.
kind of crazy, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, I did get dropped as a baby. True story. Yeah.
How little of a baby, and what part of you did you land on?
On my head, all I know, I think I was like 1 years old or something, and my uncle was throwing me up into the air, and I slipped through his arms, and wham, I hit the floor. And so, it's a story he never forgets, because my
She
mom
probably
never
never
forgets
lets him
this.
live it down.
No, so yeah, who knows?
You turned out okay. Like
I think
in
so.
successful intel officer in the United States Air Force, like that. Maybe that drop on your head helped you out.
Maybe.
Maybe we should thank your uncle.
Probably.
All right, sir. One more question, and then I'm going to turn it over to you. And this one is an ode to Chief. And I will never ask him this question because he knows the answers to all of it. But keeping to the theme of food, if you could only store one type of food in your pocket, what would you carry?
One type of probably peanut butter because it won't go bad. So
That's Chief's go-to is a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. He always has one in his pocket, and we had a discussion about it the other day because someone said, "Why peanut butter and jelly?" And he said, and it was super scientific, like he had done multiple studies, but it was like the
of
one
course he did.
sandwich. I know, right? It was the one sandwich he could carry where like body temperature didn't negatively affect it. Like no one wants a warm ham and cheese sandwich that's been carried around
No,
all day, but PB&J, man, it withstands the the test of the cargo pocket carrying. So
It does. It does. Although I've never carried a PB&J in my pocket, but yeah. So
Chief can
maybe
probably
I'll
give you
try it
some
over here.
tips. Yeah, you
Okay.
should. Make one,
Yeah.
throw it in your pocket. You'll have pocket sandwiches at all times.
Fair enough.
Awesome. Well, thank you, sir. I'm going to turn it over to you. Any words of wisdom or parting thoughts for those out there watching or listening?
Uh, no. So first and foremost, thank you for asking me. I miss the whole leadership team. I miss you. I miss Colonel Beal. I miss the flight. I miss all the ducks. And so I know these are challenging times for everybody. And so I know from what I've heard, we're all looking out for each other and checking in on each other and, being supportive wingmen. And these are very difficult times, right? And so it takes the right leadership to get through these times. And um, I know that we have the right leadership in the squadron, at the flights. And so I think, by the way, this like 3 to 4 minutes meetings with the duck, I think this is so innovative and so cool. I don't know who else is doing it, but I just think it's another way of staying in touch with the airmen, right? And so now I just hope everybody's doing well back home, and that's really all I have to say. So
Thank you, sir. We miss you too, and I appreciate you allowing me to check in on you, see how you're doing. And yeah, I don't know that anyone else is interviewing ducks. I've definitely appreciated it because it gave me an excuse. I don't know that I would have, been a good shirt and FaceTimed you or reached out to you other than text message or email. So this gave me an opportunity to see a duck that I haven't seen in quite a long time, and I'm glad you're doing well, and we look forward to you coming home. Thank you, sir.
absolutely appreciate you, Shirt.
Appreciate you too.